Hey everybody, welcome back to BPJ Game Station where we game to please. And we are playing Division 2 today. This is a new build and I am going to tell y'all straight up this is going to be an acquired taste because it is tough to survive.
Hostile control point
And
nearby.
that is just how they made this gear set. I'm using the striker set, so no surprise there at the end of the video, but if you like playing like this, I mean, definitely something to get used to. But let's go ahead and get into it and see what we can do. I got it on heroic. I'm running this control point, and let's see what we can do here. So we're going to be trying to build those stacks up first and foremost. All right, and then you're going to be wanting to pick up these your name tags because they didn't make this build work very survivable, and that's just something I hope with all the new updates and stuff that they can fix in the future because he a pretty badass build in that case. So, but as you can see, we're taking off 500k, and that is not too bad. But you got to keep your armor up, which is very difficult. You have no way of getting it back except health pack. So in a case like that, where shit just hits the fan, you're gonna have to use an armor kit. But as you can see, our high rate of fire is helping to keep our stacks up. So while we're using the gun that we're using. And it is strong. I will give it that. It's strong, but is it strong enough to get through this heroic stuff? That's another question. There's obviously better builds out there that will make you more survivable, but it definitely a different way to play.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
All right, let's find these guys. And obviously when you die, you lose your stacks, which is kind of the shitty part because they are kind of difficult to build up with this. So we just try not to die. Alright. And I guess I don't have any backup. But if they get behind you and start, doing damage to you, then you're getting a shitload of trouble. So. I wish they would make it, some way where you can get some kind of armor back with this in the future. It would make it a lot more reasonable to use. But if things go right, I mean, it definitely gets the job done, that's for sure. And I don't have any more room for any. I have to delete some. I just cleared out my all my other gear and stuff because I was running short on space. Just a bunch of crap that I kept, and now it's just not so hard to. These guys are so stupid. Alright, and I'm trying to clear this control point. There we go.
I don't know that we could have done that without you. We did it.
More tomorrow.
Alright, so to get to the build, we'll go ahead like always and go back to the White House and go over it. And if y'all have any suggestions for better survivability, I mean, I will definitely take them into consideration.
Supply room access.
I'm Shade 763 now, so I do got all my critical hit and critical damage filled out. I am using the firewall basically because you get the 3 striker shields. Again, don't use extracellular matrix because it doesn't heal you as fast as you would like it to, so it's kind of useless. Not really anything else in here that I'm really using, of course. Fill out your spray and pray tier. Pretty much that's it. On armor break, apply burn to enemies within 5 meters. That can be helpful because they're going to be breaking the shit out of your armor. Let's see. Alright, and then to the build portion of the video. So, like I said, we're using the firewall. I picked up this P90, and I'm using it because it's at RPM of 1035, which that keeps helps build your stacks up. Let's see, our attachments, it only takes 2 attachments, so I put critical hit chance and critical hit chance as well on the muzzle. And then secondary is the ACS 12, so we can build up stacks. Attachments there are 10% accuracy and 5% critical hit chance. I put close and personal as the talent, and on the P90 I believe it's got killer, which is killing an enemy with a critical hit grants plus 40% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. So those are nice adds to that, damage buff. And then as far as the sidearm, I am just putting a sidearm to build proficiency, so not important. Then we get to the mask, which I'm using the Striker's mask, Striker's vest, Striker's holster, and Striker's knee pads for the 4-point bonus. So what we're going to use here is we got weapon damage, critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and then with the bonus we get 2 pieces 15% weapon handling, 3 pieces 15% rate of fire, and then 4 pieces Striker's gamble. Weapon hits amplified total weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking up to 50 times. 2 stacks are lost each second. So that's what we're trying to build up the stacks for, is that extra weapon damage. And then for the backpack, we're using Memento. I got my weapon damage, armor, and critical hit damage maxed out on that. Of course, we all know what the talent is for that, the kill confirmed. We do this to get the extra bonus armor. That's the main thing, but it also gives the weapon damage and the skill efficiency when you pick up the name tags. And then for every trophy collected, gain an additional plus 1% weapon damage. So you're going to want to be picking up them name tags. Another honorable mention could possibly be the Sokolov Concern to help you out on this build if you don't have the Memento. It gives the plus 10% SMG damage. Full weapon damage would be most helpful, and then critical hit damage and critical hit chance. Obviously, I would have to optimize this to get it up to par. And then Adrenaline Rush will give you some extra armor stacks, which you definitely need with this build. So that's why we're not using this one, and we're using the Memento because it's fully maxed out with the extra armor. And then you got the Striker's Harness, basically 170,000 armor, 7% weapon handling. This could be critical hit chance, but it just didn't drop like that, so I'm using this. But the talent gives press the advantage. It increases max stacks for Striker's Gamble from 50 to 100. So that's going to give you, I guess, 50% extra damage when you have full stacks. So that's why we're using this. But as I said, there's no way to really get any armor back, which can definitely be bad for your health on this game. But the hand piece that I'm using is the Grupo Sombra because it gives 15% critical hit damage. Then maxed out weapon damage, also more critical hit damage, and then the critical hit chance. And then Striker's holster, I got the 170,000 armor added on here and the critical hit damage. And finally, the knee pads. I'm using the Striker's knee pads with the 11.7 weapon damage and then 12% critical hit damage. So some of the stuff can be optimized, but I just wanted to kind of get the build out there. And you can use it if you like a challenge, because it can be a challenge to live with Striker's armor set. But give it a try. It is fun to play with, but I would probably run with something else if I was trying to just farm, heroic missions and stuff like that. I know I put up a replay of a Scorpio build that definitely can take on heroic difficulty and some legendary pretty easily. And let's see, I am using the Striker Shield, obviously. That comes with the firewall. And then you got your shot card and frame plus 8% shield health. Macchio molecular covering, that gives you 8% active regeneration. And then weaved arid fiber, which gives you 4% damage bonus per enemy. And this is at tier 4 right now, so that gives you some extra bonuses as well. And then obviously you need the Reviver Hive for them shitty moments where you just can't help but get killed. So we're using that, and like I said, my watch level now is at 763. I have my weapon damage, crit hit chance, and critical hit damage maxed out. Working on everything else. And then let's see, let's go to the stats. We're using killer on the machine gun, close and personal on the shotgun. Everything else doesn't really matter. 95k on weapon damage. Critical hit chance is 51.7%. Critical hit damage is 130.8%. And pretty much that's about all there is to it. Let's see. There's the gear brands if you want to see that for the armor. And then a 1.2k armor. No protection. Nothing else, because it's kind of hard to get the damage where it needs to be and add protection and stuff in. Possibly you could get a piece here and put extra armor if you want that 1.5 million, but that's going to take away 15% weapon damage, so that can be harsh on the build, because basically we are trying to kill them as fast as possible, or otherwise we're going to get shot up in the back or whatever they do. So all right, guys, well, that's the build. I hope y'all liked it. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm not sure when I'm going to be making another build. I might make a True Patriot build, but it might not be until the next season comes out with extra armor, whatever stuff they put out. So I really appreciate y'all watching. Again, this is BPJ Game Station, where we game to please, and I will see y'all in the next video.